Just keep an eye on the 8. He's blinking so badly I can't push him. I'm too afraid to go around him at times.
All right, guys, just please have your attention. So the qualifying is going to be 20 minutes. Basically, the first 10 minutes, it's a free-for-all.
Welcome to All Pro Racing. Welcome to All Pro Racing. We're at Daytona International Speedway. Nice, beautiful night out, 72 degrees. Winds out of the northwest, 10 miles an hour. Got a full house of trucks here. Trying to win $10 cash for the winner. 50 laps tonight. Joining me in the booth will be Andrew Williams from Down Under. Andrew, welcome.
Yes, good evening there, Mike. How are you tonight?
Very good. We're in for quite a treat. There's a lot of great drivers in here. I know you've been watching practice. What have you been seeing out there?
With all in all, you know, the super speedway type of racing, you're seeing a lot of teams and a lot of drivers sort of hooking up and trying to do long runs. That's basically what a lot of people are doing, are long runs. Normally, when we get to some sort of track and in the practice run, you'll see them doing hot laps. Well, not many hot laps are being done tonight, Mike. A lot of them are doing long runs. They're trying to work with each other, do their swaps, and try and make everything run smoothly as possible. It's actually going to be in for a good race tonight.
I think the big surprise for these drivers is going to be the fuel load. I think it's set at 60%, so they're going to have to stop for fuel. Should throw a little wrench in there, so we'll see how that goes. The other thing we're going to be doing here, as these guys are mixing it up in practice, we're going to be trying the NASCAR-style open qualifying like we did last week. 20 minutes, first 10 minutes everybody, and the last 10 minutes the top 10 go for the pole. So should be interesting. Coming up here in a couple minutes, Andrew, you're going to be heading over to the tower to watch over the drivers on that. Any last thoughts you want to tell us about this upcoming session?
Yeah, I think with the way the qualifying is going to be, it's going to be a lot of the drivers are going to be on their toes. I believe we're going to see a few mistakes being made, just basically the pressure and so forth that everyone's going to be putting on themselves. But at the moment, it's everything's running smoothly. We've just got one or two trucks in there with a bit of connection issues, but we should be able to get through that sorted. And I'm really looking forward to this race. It's going to suck because we are going to see the big one. It's something we can't say it's never going to happen. We will see a big one. I just hope it's towards the end of the race, not at the start.
Yeah, it should be interesting for sure with the pushing, pairing up, pack racing, and so forth in the qualifying session even. So, and will these guys go out right away, or will they wait and towards the end of the lap and hope that track has got better track track conditions?
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of questions that the different variables that's going to go into the play on tonight's race. I need to get over to them now, but I'll be back soon, okay?
All right, good luck over there to Andrew Williams from Australia out there helping out with the admin. He'll be back to help us call the race when we get to grid. Just checking our attendance here for the race. We have a full house, folks. 43 drivers have registered for this race. So great event for All Pro Racing. Make sure to follow us on Facebook. And you can get all the information at our website, all-pro-racing.com. Make sure to follow us on Twitch if you're watching over there. It's twitch.tv/all-pro-racing. And make sure to follow. So as practice winds up here, let's take a look at the speeds. Jeremy Crandall has the fastest speed with a 44.92. George Bark also has a 44.92, 927 compared to the 926. So I bet you those guys were partnered up and pushing each other, and that's why they have nearly identical times. Dustin Lee, Jeffrey Smith, third and fourth. Obviously partners there. So the guys bringing it in, checkered flag waves over practice as we get ready for this qualifying session. Like I was saying, here we go. Green flag with the qualifying. Who's going to go out first, and will they have a partner? A lot of people hesitating here on pit road, trying to figure out who they're going to go out with. And finally, a group goes out. The 2, the 75, the 24, and the 3. 4 trucks heading out to turn 1 here. So it won't do you much good to be out there running by yourself. You got to be running with some trucks, or a truck at least. Here's the 15, Dominic Dibna. Go slowly here and wait for somebody and try to pick up a partner. So just looking around the track here and seeing who's out. We got a lot of trucks on track now and people starting to pair up. Looks like we have a group here going into 2, the 3, the 48 is pushing really hard on the 3 there. As times are starting to roll in for the first lap, but obviously that is not going to be the fast one. So Donald Jinks getting pushed there by the 48. Oh, as the 91 gets nosed into the wall there with the 2 car of Jonas Hankins, and collects some more trucks, the 46 and the 14. Let's take a replay on Jonas Hankins. The 2 truck of Jonas Hankins out here trying to get qualified. He's running with this group of 4 other drivers, not really paired up, but trying to keep with them. And it looks like the 91 came up into Hankins there, and they clip each other and go into the wall. And some other trucks come by and get collected as well. Dustin Lee, he was on a fast one and he got collected, I believe, and did not register his fast lap. So we got first provisional pole sitter is Sean Boundy in the 24 with a 45.82. He was pushed by Justin Brown with almost identical time. Roderick Norman showing third. We're used to seeing Roderick out here. I know he loves this series. He's got an almost identical time with Bradley Blitch. And Bradley is pushing there with Roderick, and they're running as the second fastest pair. We have some new folks up front. Greg Elliott has got a good lap up, 45.2. Do not see a partner timed with that, so perhaps his partner got a 0x. That is fast. That's a half second on everybody. Yeah, he was working with the 46 truck, looking back, Jason Herendeen. But Herendeen did get an actual timed lap that counts as official time. Now Dustin Lee up to second with a 45.4. He's still 0.2 off Greg Elliott in that 14 truck. So we got about 5 minutes left until we pull all the trucks in, and then we're going to put out the top 10 only, and they'll fight it out for the pole. Greg Elliott, our provisional pole sitter, sits on pit road, seeing what these guys put up in times. Looks like George Bark and Jeremy Crandall show their presence up to second and third now with a 45.298, identical times for both of them. And now Greg Elliott decided to pull off pit road with the 46 truck of Herendeen again to make another run for the pole. Make sure to back up this time. Really, you don't. This isn't the pole sitting time. It's about getting into that top 10. They're probably there, but you could get bumped. So let's look at the bubble. We got Bart, Crandall, Elliott, Lee, Boundy, top 5. Then Craze, O'Brien, Norman, Kendrick, Brown is on the bubble. Justin L. Brown in that 48 truck. So who will put up a time and bump their way into the top 10 here? A 48 currently does not have a pusher with him, so he's looking for somebody out there trying to get some speed going. Our provisional pole sitter, George Bark, in the 44. Greg Elliott and Herendeen are coming back around with a fast lap coming. Let's see where they line up in that 14 truck and the 46. So far, Justin Brown's still on the bubble. Oh no, somebody's bumped him out. Donald Kendrick is now on the bubble. Justin L. Brown is now on the outside looking in. 3 minutes until this session is over. Till the yellow flag comes out and we bring them down pit road. So Herendeen, was watching him work with Greg Elliott, and Herendeen still doesn't have a good lap up. He's still shown down in 18th. So let's take a look at our top 10 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Dustin Lee is now our provisional pole sitter, working with Damon Gilbert, who's now listed in second. These guys running 44.97. Great time. George Bark in third, Jeremy Crandall fourth, Greg Elliott fifth. Then Boundy, Craze, O'Brien, Norman, and Kendrick gets bumped. Now we got Donald Sadusky has bumped his way up to sixth, Kevin Crane in seventh, Boundy down to eighth, Craze in ninth. Kevin O'Brien from down under is sitting in 10th on the bubble spot. We got 1 minute and 30 seconds left till the yellow flag here. Dustin Lee still our provisional pole sitter. So Norman got bumped. Kevin O'Brien got bumped. Joel Wood looks like he had bumped himself in to the 6th spot. Now Rod Romano Sr. up to 10th and bumps Robert Craze out. Kevin O'Brien's been bumped. We got 1 minute left. To see who's still out there, George Bark and Jeremy Crandall are out trying to put a last ditch effort in for the pole there, or to get the fastest lap anyway. We still have 10 minutes for the top 10 here. So we got some more bumping. Greg Elliott's down to 7th. Oh, Dominic Dyball gets up to 3rd. Lots of bumping here in the late stages. Sadusky's been bumped out. Kevin Crane's been bumped out. Jason Herendeen is now sitting 10th on the bubble. Greg Elliott 9th. And we should see these guys pulling on the pit road. We are at the 10-minute mark. Yeah, be sure to welcome us. Be sure to join us. We're going to be having a special event on April 13th, a week from Sunday, for people against distracted driving. It's called PAD. A lot of great iRacers are involved in this group, and Michael D'Amico and myself are going to be over there broadcasting that race. So make sure to join us on All Pro Racing for the PAD Safe Driving event. This is a group in memory of the daughter of one of the iRacers that we race with, and we do it in her memory, and we'll be having that special event. It'll be a great time. Make sure to join us. All right, so what's going on now is the top 10 are allowed to roll back out here. So Jeremy Crandall and George Bark hook up here and are one of the first pairs off pit road. So 73 and 44, the top 10 trying to pair up here. A lot of trucks still sitting on pit road trying to figure out what to do. The 14 is off now, the 46 and the 39. Looks like the 39 is the oddball out here, looking for somebody to run with. The 02 spins down the front stretch by himself. I don't know what's going on with the 02. Looks like he's finally pulled it off track. So Greg Elliott out there getting some time. I'm sure the NASCAR Tower is checking out the 02 and figuring out why he was on track. So here we go, our running order right now. We have about 7 minutes left. Dustin Lee, our provisional pole sitter in the 51. Damon Gilbert, second. Then Jeremy Crandall in third. Dominic Dyball in fourth. Joel Wood in fifth. So we got a lot of these trucks in the top 10 out on track now, paired up. And it looks like everyone finally got paired up. It looks like Gilbert and Lee were the last ones to finally try to get together here. Looks like they're trying to get something going here with 6 minutes left. And try to back up their times. They have a good time up there. I don't think anyone's going to beat that. A 44.97. As you'll see tonight, I often talk at these restrictor plate races in teams, in pairs, because these guys have to run together at these tracks. It's a whole new animal than it was, say, 10 years ago in NASCAR, where there's this pair stuff going on and you have to push to be competitive. So So the Brian J. Jones in the 02 has been black flagged and removed from the race and brought behind the wall by the tower for not obeying tower instructions during qualifying. So So we're a no-nonsense league here, and we're not going to put up with people who don't follow simple orders. So a tough break for Brian J. Jones. He's going to miss out on a chance to win the $10. So let's see. I don't see any changes here in the top 10. These guys are not putting up faster laps. So it looks like, yeah, no changes. These guys are switching and trying to make something happen. What's interesting when I look at their official lap times is not very many of them get counted because of all the touching of the other trucks. Dustin Lee, for example, has now recorded 11 laps in qualifying, but only 5 of those 11 laps have actually counted with actual time. Just trying to see if he's running any faster out there, and he's not. He ran his fastest lap, the pole sitting run, on lap 6. His last run, last lap was a 46.6, so he's well off of his earlier time. It looks like the top 10 hold the times from the earlier session, which is exactly what happened last week. I don't think we had any changes in the second session of qualifying. All the fastest times were set early in the session. So that's something definitely to be watching for and thinking about in this new qualifying procedure. Yeah, Damon Gilbert running second there. Let's remind everyone, he won last week and won the $30 prize, our biggest prize to date. And he's out there looking good right now, getting pushed by Dustin Lee in the 51. And Dustin Lee blows his engine up, trying to push Damon Gilbert to a good time there, but comes up just a little short. But nobody's got anything for those two guys. We have 2 minutes left. Let's see if anyone's got any final runs here. Looks like the 24 and 14 are trying really hard to put up something together, but neither one of them improved their times. Nobody else on track is really hooked up. The 15 and 79 finally get together, and they're going to try to make a run here. So I'll be looking for some new paint jobs tonight. I know there was a couple trucks I've noted that have some new paints out there. Let's take a look at the 79 at Joel Wood here, up close. The R&R Transport Chevy Silverado. Fast Lane Racing, it looks like, on the quarter panels. Joel has got a nice looking paint job there. 30 seconds left here. They crossed the line, and no improvement for the 79 of Joel Wood and the 15 of Dominic Dybel. 20 seconds left. That's it. They pull it down. Crandall's out there on a hot one with Bark. Racing's number 44, George Bark. They go across the line and don't look like they improved either. So times hold up from the earlier session. Very interesting that we did not go faster in that second session. Seems like the more trucks out there, the more disrupted the air is, and the faster they go. So the earlier you go out, the better. So checker flag is out. Dustin Lee has got the pole. Last week's winner, Damon Gilbert, on the outside pole. Jeremy Crandall, third. So we got quite a lineup, a lot of great drivers in here going for the $10, 50 laps tonight. Thanks for joining us at All Pro Racing. As we get ready to go to grid. So let's go through our starting grid. Dustin Lee in the 51. Olive Hills Welding is our pole sitter tonight. Damon Gilbert in the 68. Monster Energy Chevy Silverado on the outside pole. Jeremy Crandall starts third in the 73. Dominic Dybel in the Fast Lane Racing 15 Chevy Silverado, fourth. Joel Wood on the fifth spot in the 79.
In sixth spot tonight, we got the 44 of George Bark in the competition karting. In seventh, we got the 24 of Sean Boundy. In eighth, we got the 39 of Rod Ronimerus Senior, and the 39 Goodrich Bass Pro Shop. In ninth, we got the 14 of George Elliott. In 10th, we have the 46 of Jason Henderdine in the Haviline Silverado.
And Donald Sadusky starting the 11th spot, Snap-on Tools. Kevin Crane, 12th. Robert Craze in 13th in that Papa John's Pizza Chevy Silverado. Kevin O'Brien in that Caterpillar Chevy starting in 14th. Kerry Cleaver in the 25 puzzle car, I guess.
That's right. In the 16th, we've got the 55 of Roderick Norman in the Snap-on Tools. In 17th, we've got the 72 of Donald Kendrick. In the 18th spot, we've got the 48 of Justin Brown in the Bass Pro Shop Tracker Silverado. In the 19th, we have the 32 of Bradley Bleached in the Goodrich Silverado. In 20th, we have the 77 Baller Silverado of Will Salisbury.
And there you go, the 20. We're not going to go through all 43 drivers here, but boy, what a lineup here. 43 drivers entered the room. We're rolling off pit road, double file. Welcome to Daytona and All Pro Racing. Thanks for joining us. Quite a session out there for qualifying, Andrew, and what we noticed is all the fast times were set in the first session.
Yeah, that's right. I was watching it with a bit of gobsmacked amaze that in the once you got sort of half the field off the track and you had the top 10, the guys who were here for the Sunday money, it wasn't really changing much. In saying that, you know, Dustin Lee in the 51 was definitely working hard with the 68 to try and get a faster lap time, but it just didn't seem to be working that way.
Yeah, it was interesting that having those extra 20 cars just going around the track disrupted the air enough that they could get a faster lap in that first session. Boy, we got quite a lineup here as they come down the backstretch. All the trucks glistening in the light, lots of great paint jobs. With Olive Hills Welding right here in the front. Inside is where you want to be for sure here at Daytona, under the lights. So these guys, will they remember their partner from earlier in the practice and qualifying sessions, or will they hook up with somebody else? We'll have to see as the pace car gets ready to duck off. Make sure to join us on Facebook and click the follow button. and you'll get all the news and info delivered right to your inbox. Pace car's off. Dustin Lee bringing them down. Green, green, green. Fast green flag coming out there.
Well, it
Dustin
looks
Lee
like
goes up high to pick up his partner, Damon Gilbert,
partner
but
just
they
can't
don't
get
have
down
the
the
inside.
inside.
Oh, they were able to pull away from Crandall there and secure the first and second spot. So we got two pairs breaking out free here, and then side by side for fifth spot. Nice to see a clean lap here. It looks like they're coming around. Gonna make it. We survived lap one.
Who would have known we would have had lap one in the bag? That's fantastic. I mean, as they start to spread out, you see the drivers picking up their partners from qualifying, and they're working together, even with the ones that are picking up from practice. You still got one or two trucks there in the middle who's sort of without a partner. The old purple jigsaw puzzle, the 25, he's just sitting lonely at the moment in no man's land, but they'll come together.
So let's reset our field here. We have Dustin Lee out front being pushed by Damon Gilbert. Then I have, standby, I'm having technical difficulties. 73, Jeremy Crandall being pushed by George Bark. Those guys are just right. And then back to fifth spot, which is about 10 car lengths back, Dominic Deivel. In the 15 truck, being pushed by Joel Wood. And then right behind him, another pair, the 46 and the 19, Aaron Dean and Sadusky, 7th and 8th. Rounding out our top 10, Kevin Crane, Roderick Norman are paired up 9th and 10th. But as you said, Andrew, they all seem to be pairing up here. There's a couple stragglers. Looks like back in 13th, you mentioned the 25, Kerry Cleaver, who's still out there by himself trying to hook up with somebody.
Yeah, that's right. Just some of the trucks just haven't found their partner yet, as you can see, but it's still early days.
Yeah, 47 laps to go.
I'm hearing a lot of talk that the spotters are talking like crazy to the drivers and tuning into the other drivers, and the drivers are sort of communicating as well to make sure they hook up. But it looks like we're starting to have a bit of a challenge here at the front with the 73 and the 44 trying to push to the outside.
Guys
73
are getting racy already.
They don't want the front to turn away, because I had a feeling if the 51 of Dustin Lee and the 68 of Damon Gilbert got together for long enough, they were a good opportunity to check out of this race.
Yeah, but Bark, he's one of the masters here at Daytona, and he's pushing really hard there on the outside. He's not clear yet, but he's almost got him. Not enough. It's so close. And he has to get some air. He ducks out high, allowing Dustin Lee to close back up, side by side for the lead here.
They're 3 wide behind, if you see that.
Boy, the 19, Sadusky, very aggressive through the middle there. Pushing Aaron Dean up high. Aaron Dean's like, it's early. I'm pulling out of this. So Dustin Lee and David Gilbert break free there. I'm sure Gilbert's hot, trying to duck a little bit. But these pairs are all starting to pack up here at the front. We now have 5 or 6 pairs here.
You've got the little stragglers about to bring the field up from the first group a bit closer, and then it's just going to be a big packer. And, fingers crossed they're going to be around side by side for many laps to come.
Looks like Bark and Crandall have another good run on the outside.
And what's that doing too, Mike? That's putting a lot of pressure on the 68 of Damien Gilbert to make sure his truck management skills of keeping that truck nice and cool is coming into effect right now, because he can't afford to get off that rear bumper of Dustin for any longer than he needs to. But with
and
the
I tell
73,
you what, the 68, where he's sitting in second on the bottom, That's the place to be because you manage the race from there.
They're going for a swap.
Yeah, they're going for a swap. Obviously, he couldn't manage it.
They're
Cried
checking
emergency.
up. 73's
Crandall's in the wall, but Mark gets into him just a little bit. The 19 goes, whoa, right through the middle. Everyone checks up, but the 19 is going to end up with the lead. Sadusky. Wow, what a move.
Who saw him? The man himself, Donald Sadusky, just comes straight through, sitting back in 7th. Comes through to be
check
sitting
it up.
out.
Don't worry, just keep the gas on, baby.
Well, he found he needled the thread there, didn't he?
Well, he lost his partner back there, the 65. He just left the 65 on any part of this, Kevin Crane. But Dustin Lee and Damon Gilbert hold the lead there. The odd man out is the 73 of Jeremy Crandall and George Bark as they start fading on the outside here.
Now Donald's again in the 19's going for a run around the outside of 51 at Dustin Lee into turn 3. He's trying to get the side draft up here, Mike, but it doesn't look like it's going to be working very well at the moment. He's just left the door on the inside open and
boy, some interesting tactics there, huh?
And if you see the person who lost out there, that was the 73.
Oh, the 79 door slam, the 19 of Sadusky. Maybe a little payback there for Joel Wood, I don't know, but Sadusky got some damage now on the left rear there. At the 55, Roderick Norman's looking to go on the outside of him. And now, there's going to be a wreck.
They're squirming all over the place down that back straight, Mike.
Yeah, Norman's
3 wide.
Backed out wisely there. So Sadusky's got some damage. George Park is kind of pushing on him there. He gets way low on him. Now they almost hit the wall. So watching the 19 here, he's trying to side draft like crazy.
The 73 of Jeremy Crandall, when he hit the wall, he's banged up both sides of his truck. It's going to be interesting. He's just barely holding on to this front pack, Mike.
Yeah, he's going to lose the draft here soon as Sadusky continues to drive quite aggressively here as they try to go on the outside of Dustin Lee and Damon Gilbert. I bet you $100 Dustin Lee is freaking out right now, trying to push away from this guy. And he does. He gets clear. Bart gives up the effort, and Sadusky just holds on in there.
Whoop, got a caution. Got a caution.
Caution is out. The 32, Bradley Blitch, is involved. Let's roll back on him. So running in a 16th and 15th spot here. Looks like they're racing for 15th. Bradley Blitch is pushing the 91, but the 48 comes up into him and hits his left corner and wrecks. The 3 is involved. The 2 is involved. Tough break for those guys. So let's take another look at this.
I don't think Bradley really knew what was coming till it was too late.
Yeah, that's really on 48 of Justin L. Brown. He's just on the inside, and he comes way up there into the corner and really into that second lane, and it's on after that. Looks like the 3 took the brunt of the damage.
Yeah, I don't understand what the 48 was doing there, Mike. I mean, you would have thought he would try and hold that bottom line, but
you got to be focused and concentrating 100%, man. I tell you, if iRacing was easy, everybody would do it, right? But let's see. Let's cover pit stops here for our leaders. I wonder if they've noticed their fuel load yet. But all the leaders looking to come down pit road here as we come up to pit road entrance. Damon Gilbert, Dustin Lee, yes, they pull it down. Everybody is pitting. So Damon Gilbert taking them down. These guys will probably not get tires. More worried about fuel, I'm sure. So Dustin Lee's got the end box on pit road, which is an ideal place to be. Looks like the 46 beat him off, but the 46 must have missed his box or something. Jason Herendeen. But then they come off. Gilbert, Lee. And then the Damon Gilbert in the 68 was our leader. Dustin Lee beats him off by having that first pit row box. 46 beats everybody off because he missed his stall, I believe. Looks like the 25 stayed out.
That's a costly mistake for the 46, especially on this fuel strategy-wise race, Mike. You can't afford to be missing your box. You need to make sure your spotter calls you in and you hit the mark. You just can't afford to be missing a box like that. But, you know, what do you do? Do you reverse it back or do you just keep driving? And unfortunately, in this case, the 46 has decided to keep driving. So hopefully it doesn't affect Jason too much and he can get back in there. But, yeah, it's a tough road ahead for him.
So let's reset here. The 48, Justin L. Brown, stayed out, it appears. He is our new leader. The 8 truck is listed as second place, Joshua A. Morgan. Then the 25 puzzle truck. Then the 46, and then Dustin Lee. So these guys decide to pit, except the 25. The 25, Kerry Cleaver, stays out. Interesting. This will be the only driver who did not come down and take gas on this caution. And he's getting a wave around, so that's why he stayed out. So he gets waved around here. Race analysis, 13 laps down. 4 lead changes. Dustin Lee is our leader. Damon Gilbert, his partner, in second. So let's talk NASCAR news. Tough to hear. We lost Linda Petty to cancer. That's the mother of Kyle Petty, wife of the King, Richard Petty. Lots of tributes out there last Sunday on the NASCAR Sprint Cup cars to Linda. A lot of people wearing Petty blue ribbons, and our condolences to the Petty family here from All Pro Racing. So in other news, let's see what else is going on in NASCAR. A big feud between Brad Keselowski and last week's winner, Kurt Busch. Interestingly, the 6th different winner in 6 races in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. Quite competitive, really fun to watch. But these guys got into it on track at Martinsville, took it off track after the race onto Twitter, and it's kind of fun to watch these guys threatening and going back and forth with each other. Yeah, I'll remember and I'll wreck you, kind of thing. And interesting to have rivalries and so forth. Pace car's off. We are single file and we're green. So Dustin Lee is hooked up with Gilbert to get a nice little start there. The rest of the guys did not, in my opinion. Dominic Diebold is 3rd. George Bart 4th. So the first top 4 seem to break away a little bit. This looks more like a NASCAR race. They're all single file, interestingly. It's amazing how we can go from pack racing to single file racing just like that. But the draft is so big, you got to be in that broken wind from the cars in front of you if you want to try to get ahead. And we'll see these guys pack up in a little bit right now because of the single file restart. they're all in a line just trying to get closer to each other.
Well, if you've seen there too, George Bark is now hooked up with the 15 of Dominic Diebold because the 73 had the damage of Jeremy Crandall, and Crandall's now back in 8th, so he's not too far off the pack.
Yeah, so he's only your partner until he's damaged, and then you got to find a new partner. So it's one of those kind of situations sometimes here in racing on these restrictor plate tracks.
Yeah, that's right, Mike. But just be prepared. I think, you know, we don't know what we're going to see. We've got money on the line. We've got the big 50-lapper at Daytona, thanks to All Pro Racing, Michael D'Amico, and Michelangelo Painting. But I wouldn't be too surprised if when Jeremy Crandall gets up, he might, dump his partner and run back with the George Bark. I mean, I think I would too. It's a very good combination, them two.
So George Bark gets hot there on the outside, has to duck out for a little air as Damon Gilbert is still trying to manage his temps there behind Dustin Lee.
Now Kevin Crane's now put it up in the 65. It's come up the inside.
Oh,
no, he's turned him.
Caution is out. So Dominic Diebold gets a tough break there in the 15. Let's take a replay on him. So the 65 is on the inside, and Crane coming up through there. And Dominic Diebold getting pushed by Bark, and actually the 65 hits Bark.
The 6,
this is the 15.
The 65 just door seat the 44, and that's what caused it.
And that looked just like our last caution almost. The guy on the inside just washes up a little bit, and that's all it takes. So Dominic Diebold, tough break there. I think I saw the engine blow as he spins around. He's going to have to probably, no, he didn't blow the engine, but hopefully he still got a reset left. But we'll have to see here if he brings it around. So let's cover stops. Picking up our leader, Dustin Lee. He's up with the pace car right at the entrance of pit road. .33 laps go. Oh no, we're on the back stretch here. Sorry, 33 laps to go as the field packs up. Just stopped not too long ago. Don't know if these guys what the fuel situation is with 33 laps to go. I would think they would come top off. Yeah, let's see if we can talk to one of our drivers. Andrew, who do you have in mind?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having a good old chat to Dustin Lee at the front there. I mean, the guys have made it work now twice, so.
All right, go ahead.
Channel, please, Lieutenant. Driver interview, clear the channel. When that happened, yeah, you bet. Yeah. No, I never talked to you.
Sorry, what was that, Mike?
Yeah, go ahead and pick up Dustin Lee.
Okay.
Hey, Dustin Lee, it's Andy Williams. You got up in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, man.
So now, Dustin, you're 19 laps down at this 50-lapper at Daytona. What's going through your mind right now?
Hoping me and Damon can stay here at the front. Lead this thing to lead all the laps.
How you been finding? I mean, earlier on in the race, you guys had a bit of a fight there with George Bark and Jeremy Crandall in the 44 and the 73 coming up. But you two, yourself and Damon Gilbert in the 68, you guys managed to keep your teamwork together, and he was looking after his engine and so forth. So you think you guys have got with the goods to bring it home?
Yeah, if we can stay hooked up, we definitely got a real good shot at this. So we're pretty fast as a tandem here, so maybe it'll work out.
Right, copy that. Thanks very much for your time, Dustin. While I'm here about Damon Gilbert, you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, all I can say is I think the job that you've been given to Dustin throughout the course of this race over these 19 laps has been fantastic. Your commitment to him, and we've been watching throughout the broadcast how you're always checking your gauges and making sure you keep your truck nice and good. How hard is that, to do that job when you've got the attacks from both George and Jeremy coming up on the outside?
It's quite hard when you're blinking for a half a lap and you got cars coming on your outside. I just had to keep it cool as much as I could, and then we got a caution there to help me cool it off there.
Right, so you actually had both gauges blinking and you're still right on the back of Dustin. Now that's commitment. I hope if you guys make it to victory lane tonight, or if Dustin does, I hope he shares the money with you.
Yeah, I hope we win too. Thank you.
All right. Well, good luck, Damon. Thanks for your time, mate.
Well, there you go. I mean, there's two front runners, and they've been battling up front. Doesn't matter whatever comes at them. They've been, working hard. And Damon's saying his gauges are flashing, but he's committed.
Looks like we still have at least one to go. Pace car lights are out, so we'll come around one more time. Let's see if we can sneak in one more interview here. I'm going to pick up Donsinski in the 19.
This accordion nonsense going to need to stop.
All right, guys. Sorry. We just need to clear the air.
19,
again.
Donald Sadusky.
Yeah, I think you're on booth.
I'm having technical difficulties. Why don't you take this one, Andrew?
All right, not a problem.
All right, guys. Donald Sadusky, you got a mic?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Donald, mate, it's Andy up in the booth, buddy. I've been watching your progress throughout the course of this race. You started from 11th, right now you're sitting in 8th. That's not showing the hard work you've done. You pushed your way up to 2nd at one stage. How is your race going, and how is your truck holding up?
Oh, Andrew, it's holding up pretty good. It's pretty fast, too. But I'll see if I can get back up there. I have my buddy Rod Ruinous in front of me, so see what we can do.
Now, I've raced against you before, Donald, and I consider you to be one of the aces when it comes to the super speedways. So you've obviously got a great setup there for your truck to be shooting all the way up to 2nd spot earlier. Are you planning to stay with Rod when you get to Rod, or what are you looking to do? Because before it looked like you were sort of a single knot.
I have to tell you, he was my old teammate, and I'll probably stay with him for the remaining of the race. But she is a rocket by herself.
All right, man. Thanks for your time, Donald. Best of luck. Gotta go.
And there you go, green flag.
Thank you.
Boy, driver interview right up into the moment of green flag.
Yeah, that's how us Aussies do it, Mike. I'm sorry about that. To anyone I upset by doing that, it's just so hard when you try and get everyone in there. But geez, it just goes to show the tale of the tape that's playing out tonight,
Well, Sadusky certainly provided some excitement there when he got up in the top 5. Let's see if he can do it again. But Dustin Lee leading Damon Gilbert, George Mark in 3rd, 24th, Sean Boundy in 4th. Nice to see Sean in the top 5 for the first time tonight. Jeremy Crandall, even with his damage, back up to 5th.
Well, also there's another person I sort of want to shed a bit of light on too, who's been coming through the field. Now, we've seen him around the traps before. He qualified in 31st, the 07 truck of Rod Anglin, and he's now currently up into 6th. So, that's just fantastic driving from Rob. He always puts on a good show, but I just thought it'd be very good to comment on it right about now because he's definitely pushing that truck fast.
Love that paint job in the Everlast Chevy Silverado. He certainly got a good partner out there, Jeremy Crandall, in that Victory Junction truck. Right behind them, the 39, Rod Romanus Sr. and Donald Sadusky and Jeremy Smith. Whoa, trouble. Mark is slow. Something's happened with George Mark. Let's take a replay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't know if he got a little... No, he didn't get tagged from behind. Yeah, he must have just come off the 68 and straight into the wall all by himself.
It was like his bumpers were hooked and he was trying to unhook them or something. And and it kind of turned him right. Well, he gets
That's a shame.
Hospital wobble there and puts it in the wall pretty darn hard. He's going to want a caution here, or he'll lose a lap.
With a truck like that, it's not going very fast, but he's doing his best he can. But that leaves now the door open for the 68 and 51.
And let's go back to live action up front. Guess who's making a run? Rob Englund in his 07, and Jeremy Crandall on the outside taking a look on Dustin Lee and Damon Gilbert. And
Caution's out.
I bet you. Trying to figure out what happened to bring the caution out there.
I believe what's happened is the 08 has blinked out and wrecked, yeah. The number 8 of Joshua Morgan, it looked like he blinked out and caused all that dramas. He's been having connection issues all race, but unfortunately he reckons he was getting sorted, but it just didn't happen.
Yeah, doing a replay of the 8 is exactly as you described. He's just sitting there pushing the 3, and then he's gone. And then he's back. And then he's gone, and then he's back, and then he's wrecked. So, yeah, I think the 8's going to have to pull it behind the wall. This was an issue in practice. We thought he was going to be okay out there, but it doesn't look like it. And he's behind the wall. So let's see what the leaders do here. Let's pick up our leaders live action. Reset our top 5. Damon Gilbert, Dustin Lee, Jeremy Crandall, Rob Englund, Sean Boundy is your top 5.
Hey, Mike, maybe switch over to the race control and get an interview with Rob Englund then. He is definitely moving up the field.
Yeah, let's see if they pit here first, and then we'll get some driver interviews in. So that was a tough break. I was kind of hoping for green flag a run, but it doesn't look like we're going to have one with 26 laps to go. Let's see if these guys pit. Probably not. Yeah, leaders are on pit road. Everybody's coming down. The 88 stays out to get a lap back. But all our leaders coming down for gas. And let's see if they get tires. I didn't see any tire stops last time.
No, not from the 51, the 68. That was just gas and go, gas and go.
There's a couple right side onlys back there in the pack, but most of the leaders, no tires. Looks like everyone comes out in the same order.
I'll tell you who moved up a fair bit, and that was the truck 2 of Jonas Hankins. He only went with the same thing, just gas only, and he came out just behind the 68, so that was a good stop from the Jonas crew.
So wait, he came out
no,
third,
right.
and he was
didn't stop. He missed his booth.
Yeah, I was going to say he was running 10th. He missed his pit stall. He's going to have to pit next time. Let's take a look at Hankins' paint jobs here. He was, before the race, working on it feverishly, trying to get something together for tonight. Philly Blunt on the back end there. Interesting. Looks like he chose the 1.5s.
Definitely
so
his paint job's improved. Remember him only a few weeks back just running around in a plain, boring orange Chevy Silverado, whereas tonight he's definitely got a nicer looking truck to drive in. But didn't help him find that pit bay this time, unfortunately, so he's going to have to do another stop and send him back further in the field.
Let's take another quick paint job look at the 3 truck of Donald Jenks, who also has spent several hours recently coming up with this beautiful Earnhardt paint job, Goodwrench Service Plus Chevy Silverado.
Yeah,
just
that's nice,
beautiful.
Mike.
Just
that's
beautiful.
a nice looking truck right there, Mike.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's one of the better paint jobs I've seen in a while. Really good with the black and red. I was talking to Donald about it before the race, and he's sure proud of it.
If we're going to talk about nice paint jobs, I got to put it on. If we can get onto the 00 of Robert Craze, Bobby Craze. This guy always brings out nice paint jobs every day of the week, pretty much.
I tell you what, Papa John's Pizza, that's a bright red truck.
That's a nice looking truck, and he's got the Mountain Dew on the back. And yeah, I think he does some nice work. His trucks always look nice part when they hit the track.
Really sharp logo there.
Now he's currently, unfortunately for him tonight, he qualified in 13th, and he's back in 20th. But I think he's working with his partner, who's the 84 of Kevin J. O'Brien, who's also running a nice looking Caterpillar truck too. So yeah,
okay, let's reset up front, guys. We are almost to green here. Will Salisbury in the 77 is our leader. Kevin Crane, 65, is second. Bradley Blitch in the 32 up to third. These three trucks stayed out, guys. Everyone else is behind them.
Now, the 32 was involved in that first wreck, the first caution. The 65 was involved in the second caution. I hope we don't see the 77 in a caution either. But
and it looks like Jonas Hankins didn't pit at all. He kept his spot there instead of coming down pit road.
Yeah, he's back in sixth.
So it'll be interesting to see if he has enough fuel to make it, as well as Salisbury, Crane, and Blitch. So this will be the first time Dustin Lee and Damon Gilbert have been out at the top three. So let's see what they can do to regain the lead here, as it looks like our leaders are laying back from the pace car.
Yep, there we go, pace car's in.
And
green flag.
The funny business.
Oh, we've got a wreck at the back, but it's spun to the inside. We should be right.
We stay green. I don't know who that was.
That was the 55 of Roderick Norman.
Oh, tough break for Roderick Norman. He loves these restrictor blade tracks.
It looks like there was a checkup. Yeah, he just got hit from behind, spun.
So up front here, let's reset. Will Salisbury doesn't last long as 32 pushes the 65 to the front. So Bradley Blitch and Kevin Crane are our new leaders. The 77 Will Salisbury is the odd man out here in third. It's Dustin Lee and Damon Gilbert have, grouped up on the outside and are making a run.
It looks like wherever you're going to see the 51 tonight, Mike, you will see the 68 not far away.
Well, sometimes, once you find a good partner, you stick with it because it works. And,
well, they're working together. They're working well together.
Absolutely. So the front pair hold their own, though. Kevin Crane, Bradley Blitch. Boy, that's a tongue twister. Bradley. That boardless Chevy is running in third. I hope these guys have enough fuel to make it. The 68 and the 51 finally get some momentum on the outside there. We got a race for the lead. Dustin Lee. Taking a look on the 65. The 65 truck, it looks like the truck of doom and gloom. Skulls and different things on that truck. Pretty interesting paint job. Looks like Bradley Blitch holds it. Oh, and he gets into Dustin Lee there. They touch.
He's got some donuts on the door now.
And David has to get to the inside.
That was a bit of a low blow there.
Let's take a replay on the 51 of Dustin Lee.
Yeah, no, he... Look, caution's out.
We have a caution. So 32 and the 51 hit there, and the 51 gets the rough end. Now we're under caution. See if we can figure out what happened. The 88 is involved, I hear. Marcus Pace and that Mountain Dew National Guard 88.
That's some heavy damage on the 88. That's a lot of heavy damage.
Well, it looks like he's out there by himself, and he's smoke up ahead. He goes to dodge it. It's the 25 and the 44 actually are the ones that wrecked.
Well, the
Gary
25
Cleaver
was on the apron. What was 25 doing on the apron? Yeah, it comes back
25.
further than that. It comes back to the 35. Looks to be the 46. The 46 gets it.
Yeah, the 46 just dives onto the inside of the 25, who's got some rear end damage, and turns him.
Yeah, so that's where it all starts. Starts back from the 46 to the 25. 25 tries to take it down low and stay everyone's way, but he's lost and is doing that. He's come up with the 44 and the 88.
And that was a tough break for Marcus Pace, running out there 24 laps down, just trying to finish, and ends up running into the guy. So let's see, reset the field here. Looks like our leader is shown as Bradley Blitch in the 32 truck. Oh, sorry. Will
I've got the
Salisbury
77,
is our leader in the 77.
Now, if you're looking at that, you've got the 68. So Damon Gilbert must have pitted with Dustin Lee to help him out, but Dustin Lee's back in 11th.
So we see the partners go back. Yeah, Dustin Lee is on pit road right now. So Dustin Lee taking tires here. 73 is also on pit road. Crandall. 44 is on pit road. The 3 is on pit road. He got a no, he didn't get a reset. He's already used it, apparently.
It's not looking good for Dustin Lee. Yeah, Dustin Lee's backing up, and he's just trying to get the guys to work on that truck. That's it's not good.
Yeah, the left side still has some scuff marks and stuff on it, so. So it looks like our leaders stay out. Will Salisbury is our leader in that Borla truck. Bradley Blitch in second. Jonas Hankins in third. Remember, these guys stayed out before. They probably needed this caution to save on some fuel. Let's take an interview with Hankins here. Hey, Mike Ellis up in the booth calling Jonas Hankins down there.
Mike, go ahead.
Well, we saw you miss your pit stall there, and then you stayed out. So we're wondering, you probably like to see this caution. Do you have enough fuel?
I don't really know the answer to that. We'll see.
All right, well, there's a couple other drivers out there on the same pit sequence. I believe the first and second place drivers. So good luck to the three of you. Nice to see you up there in the top three.
Appreciate it, Mike.
Well, there you have it. Jonas Hankins in his new, newly fresh painted truck, trying to get the $10, trying to get the win. Still not sure on the fuel. So we got 21 cars on the lead lap. Thanks for joining us at All Pro Racing. Looks like the lights are off on the pace car. So we will be coming around to the green flag here. And single file restarts. Let's see if these guys are going to get caught sleeping like they have all night on these restarts. I'm surprised they're not all bunched up real tight. Looks like Hankins is laying back, but he tightens up there. The leader's kind of doing a surging going on, so let's see how that affects everything. 17 laps to go. It's about go time, people. So let's reset our top five. Salisbury, Blitch, Hankins, Boundy, and Crane. Sadusky in 6th. Runema, senior 7th. Vernon Markheim in the 33 up to 8th. Haven't seen him up there yet. Nice to see Vernon up there. And Jeffrey Smith 9th. Rob Anglin back to 10th. Damon Gilbert 11th.
Dustin Lee is back down, so the man who we thought was going to be up the front all night is back down 19th. But here we go. They're getting set.
Green flag.
Green flag. They're racing.
I'm sure Gilbert is kicking himself for stopping there because now he doesn't have any help. But the leaders get away here. Nice start for the 77 at Will Salisbury. So second, Bradley Blitch falls in line. Jonas Hankins in 3rd. Doesn't have any help. Sean Boundy got about 5 truck lengths back there in 4th. Back to
Dustin
5th,
Lee and
side by side.
Damon Gilbert have hooked back up, so they're going to be coming back through the field. It looks like Dustin's truck is fixed and all sorted.
Very good. So they are able to hook up there. Looks like Kevin Crane is going to get that 5th spot with the help of Don Sadusky in the 6th spot.
Jonas is just hanging in there in the 2 truck. He's just sitting there in 3rd. He's just trying to hold into their draft from the leaders.
Yeah, he doesn't have any help up there. He got it
But he's
separated
still,
from
he's got
Boundy.
a fast truck.
Sadusky out there trying to school Kevin Crane on how to run. As Kevin Crane bumps doors there with the 24 of Sean Boundy for the 4th spot. And Donald Sadusky pushes him on by. Let's pick up Sadusky here. Ducking out, trying to get some air. They're trying to get clear of the 24 of Sean Boundy. Caution is out.
They reckon on the front stretch.
Dustin Lee involved. So let's pick up the 51, Dustin Lee in the Olive Hills welding machine, getting involved in the wreck.
Ooh. That was a move up by the 55, a move down from the 73, and it tagged up and brought in the 51.
It looks like the 51 got up high there and barely touched the wall, came down. That collected the 2 guys on the inside of him.
That's unlucky. That's not good at all.
Oh, tough break for Dustin Lee. Oh, and the 79 comes by and just creams him again, just as the cherry on top. So 14 to go, more carnage. That was almost a racing deal, I'd say. And certainly Dustin Lee didn't mean that to happen. So back to live action here. We'll go by the entrance of pit road. The 2 Jonas Hankins pulls it down onto pit road all by himself there. He did not have enough gas. He decides to bring it in. Salisbury and Blitch and Crane, they stay out. They didn't pit, I believe, for the last 2 or 3 cautions. So they've made their bed. They're going to stay in it. So, boy, I wonder if he'll have enough time to get back up through there. So, Blitch in second, Crane in third, Sadusky up to fourth now, Sean Boundy in fifth, Rob Anglin sixth, Rod Romanus Sr. seventh, Jonas Hankins was in eighth when they crossed the line, but he had to pit, so. Make sure to join us every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, for All Pro Racing. This money series, I believe we're on race 4 of 5, race 2 of 5. Cash winnings for the winner each time, and double the cash payout on the 5th race. So make sure to join us every week. It's Tuesday nights, All Pro Racing, all-pro-racing.com. The winnings sponsored by Michelangelo's Painting,
Michelangelo's
Gilbert,
Paintings.
Arizona. They paint houses and buildings and everything out here in Arizona that gets the hot 120 degree temperatures in the summer. Just burns all that paint off and keeps Michael employed, and they're happy to sponsor our races over here every Tuesday night on All Pro Racing.
Geez, I hope Mike is not listening too well, but it's good that you said about the weather over there. I don't know if you've ever checked out the Facebook pictures, but his before and after photos of the houses that they go and paint is just absolutely amazing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Great work. They do commercial and residential. So I'm actually planning on building a house and talking to Michael about my painting needs. So absolutely great work and comes highly recommended.
But also Michelangelo Painting, we want to thank them, as well as Michael D'Amico for flashing the cash, as you like to say, Mike, on Facebook. Yeah, that always brings a smile to my face every morning.
Yep, keeping the website up, dedication to the league, a lot of good group drivers here now. We're really gaining popularity, a lot of new applicants every day we're seeding through. We don't let anybody join All Pro Racing, but you got to be a good guy, you got to be a good driver. So 100 league members almost at the moment. Looking for more. League applications are open. Just go to iRacing.com and search All Pro Racing in the league sections. Pace car lights are out. We don't have time for an interview this time. Wasn't hoping for the caution. I hope we can go green the rest of the way here. But what do you think, Andrew, about the single file restarts? What's the guy in second and third place? What's the game plan?
Well, yeah, funny you say that, Mike. I was just thinking about that before, because I know sometimes on the speedways and stuff you try and run these, you try and race these, single file restarts, and everyone sort of banks up against the wall so no one gets overtaken. It's not really that falling in that favour at the moment. So what you're going to see is a lot of people more getting together quicker, but it's the guy in third. If he's not on the bumper of the guy in second, then it's allowing the front grip to go. But here we go, about to go racing.
They're green, and the two pairs are spread out here.
See, again, that's too far there, Mike. You want to be right on the bumper.
I know. I'm surprised by Crane and Sadusky there, really falling asleep at the wheel. And Blitch looking on the outside of his partner for the lead.
What is going on there?
What are they doing?
What has he just done?
He's going to get freight trained on the outside there. What
Blitch
a
in
move
the
by
32.
Blitch.
I don't think he was thinking what was going on.
But boy, loyalty pretty thin here at the end of the race. 77 is your leader.
When you add money, Daytona, you have no loyalty.
I love it. And he's hung out to dry. 32 is going to the back. Bradley Blitch tries to make a move for the cash. It doesn't get it done. And now we have another move for the cash. Kevin Crane thinks he's going to get it done on the outside by himself.
Donald Sadusky pushing the 77. I think this is going to be it. I'd say their loyalty between this 19 and the 65 is over. And Donald's found himself a new buddy.
And I tell you what, you just get to the outside and you go straight to the back. You don't want to do that. You got to stay low. And the 77 is doing everything he needs to do to win this race. Will Salisbury has got the track position. He is right where he wants to be.
Now further back in the pack, you've got the 68 coming back through. Damon Gilbert has found a new partner.
And up front, they're just lined up, first through sixth spot, all in a row here, trying to draft away from everybody. But who would have thought Donald Sadusky up to second here with 9 laps to go?
I'm looking further back. I think, Mike, your winner's going to come from further back. It's either going to be the 68 and the 36, or even could be the double zero and the 84. They're pairing up quite nicely, them two.
Yeah, so the 68 trying to push out his way around the outside there.
Here he comes.
They get help because Sadusky hits the apron there, and everyone had to check up. And now they have a run-up for the lead. We have a new leader, Jeffrey Smith.
He's about cleared. He's cleared.
Go down. Gilbert, and they do it. They do it on the outside.
That's
wow,
how
impressive.
you do it.
So last week's winner, David Gilbert, getting it done up to second on the outside. Very impressive.
And I'm hearing now the 19 is getting hot, but I'm thinking, well, how hot is the 68 going to be? But he's got to watch it. The 77's moved out to lap 19 to get some fresh air, but he's left him high and dry again. So Don Sadusky, it doesn't look like loyalty is much in his vocabulary.
Yeah, Salisbury got hung out to dry there for sure. And now Sadusky goes high. Thinks he's going to do it up there, and he's going to get hung.
77's pulled down pit lane.
77 disgusted with himself for giving up the inside. Parks his car in disgust. What I call rage quit.
Oh, I can understand where his frustration comes, but it's a dying lapse of the Daytona with money on the line.
Yeah, everybody is still in this race right here.
No, no such thing as
go.
loyalty. It's the pusher who's the man, not the pushee. Now, can the 68? I wonder if he can do back-to-back. Damon Gilbert in the 68, Monster Energy Silverado, back-to-back wins.
By Rod Romana Sr. Trying to make something happen on the outside there with Sadusky. Sadusky catches a break. It doesn't go straight to the back there on the outside because of Rod Romana Sr. trying to push him up through there. But our leader, Jeffrey Smith, in the Texaco Haviland Chevy Silverado up front. Damon Gilbert, his pusher, very impressive to get up to second there. And it looks like Sean Bounty and Rob England just riding.
Perhaps the 77 was running out low on gas because he hadn't stopped for a few races. So
we have a new leader, the 24 and the 07, push on through on the bottom.
And here he comes, Sean Bounty and Rob England.
So our new leader, Sean Boundy, looking good there. 36 and 68, stuck on the outside. Jeffrey Smith, Damon Gilbert. Let's see if Gilbert can do it again. He must still be hot, though. 5 laps to go.
This is getting exciting. It's like the first 45 laps are just a warm-up because this is where it all happens.
And it's all a chess match. Where you want to be at the last lap, at the bottom, I'm telling you, is the place to be. But Gilbert getting it done on the outside, pushing really hard on Jeffrey Smith.
Oh! The 07 into
Rob
the 36.
spins.
And here comes the 36 and the 68 straight around the outside.
David Gilbert gets it done. They go down to the inside.
He's looking.
He leaves his partner out to dry.
Will he come up and pick up? Will he pick up the 36 or leave it? No, the 36 stuck down.
Well, they're able to stay together there. David Gilbert takes the lead with commanding strength.
Here we go, 24 on the
inside, 3 wide.
Bounty, then you got the 2 on the outside. This is not going to end well. 3 wide into turn 3.
Sadusky is trying really hard on the outside there.
He wants this.
The 36 door slams the 24. Gets back with his partner.
Robbins Racing.
I'll tell you what, that was aggressive there.
I didn't think we were going to see those trucks come out of turn 3 the same.
3 laps to go. 19 is Sadusky pushing.
He's not clear.
Really
Sadusky's
hard on
not clear.
Rod
The
Roman
68
Sr.
is
Rod
in the
drives
corner.
down and leaves him. The
Ooh,
68
there's
gives him
pushing.
the
There's
bumper,
pushing. That's it. It's around.
and they all wreck.
That's it. The race is done.
Race is over. Rod Roman Sr.
Wow.
Let's take a replay of that. Listen, we'll replay Sadusky driving his guts out, trying to make something happen there. But Damon Gilbert, he can taste victory. He's on the inside. And it's actually the 36 gets into the 19. And it's on. So Jeffrey Smith just gets up into the 19 a little bit there, and they're on. They wreck.
I think they're trying to run it out.
So our leader is shown as Damon Gilbert at the moment. Let's pick up the live action. Rod Romanus Sr. is in front of him. I believe Rod Romanus Sr. is our leader. So can we do a replay on Rod Romanus Sr. there at the moment of caution?
Rod was leading. The 39 was just in front at time of caution.
So Rod Romanus Sr. Doing the winning move of the race here. Very impressive. He's in the bottom lane. He comes up just a little bit into the second lane, but still stays in the bottom and actually blocks both lanes and somehow gets it done. And they wreck behind him, and he wins the race. Regardless of the scoring, in my eyes, Rod Romanus Sr. is the winner of our All-Pro Racing. So our scoring results are a little bit skewed there. Rod Romanus Sr. is our winner. Let's see if we can get a driver's interview with the winner of today's race. Boy, that was an impressive move right there at the end. You were a little bit on the bottom, a little bit on the top, but just enough where those guys couldn't get through, and they wrecked in your mirror, and you won the race. Congratulations.
I appreciate it, Mike. I hate to win it that way, though.
Yeah.
Well, it happens, and it wasn't actually you that caused that wreck, so I think you won it fair and square, regardless of the scoring. Congratulations, Rod. Do you have anybody you want to thank out there?
Just thank you guys for putting this race up, and Michael D'Amico for hosting it, you guys for broadcasting it, and all these good guys in here racing nice and clean, man. It was a lot of fun.
All right. Well, hey, you didn't get up there to the front until when it counted right at the end. Great run. Hope to see you next week. You win the cash. Hey, do you want to donate that cash to next week's pot?
Sure, why not?
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Rod Romanus Sr., quite a sportsman, going to donate the winnings to next week's pot. Appreciate that, Rod. Let's get an interview with second place, Andrew.
Yeah, second place. Have I got Damon Gilbert? You got a mic, buddy?
Yes, I got one.
Damon, unlucky there at the end, my friend. Very entertaining watching you, both you and Dustin, working well throughout most of the race. Unfortunately, his bad run, but it seemed you can stick you with anyone, and you're going to push him to the front. That was an excellent run you did with, I believe it was Jeff, to bring him back up to the front. How did you think the race was going to turn out?
I could feel the wind coming. I got out of 2, and he had no help on the high side. I thought I was going to get to the win. And my friend, Jeffrey, was just pushing me the entire time. And, yeah.
Do you have anyone you want to thank, or any words you want to say to the guys just before we go?
My dad, I just want to say hi to my dad and all his friends that are watching this right now, and I wish I could have won it.
Damon, mate, the show you put on tonight, can I just say, was a first-class show. You had the truck that was a standout performer. You're always near the front. And we always know when we go to super speedways, it's not the guys leading the race, it's normally the pusher. It's just a shame you came up short tonight, but you definitely, your truck was there for victory lane, that's 100%. So, mate, don't let it get too bad. Hats off to you, my friend, and best luck next time.
All right, thank you. Thank you for the race.
No worries. Mike, you want to have a chat with Sean Bounty?
Yes, I had to check the video replay evidence there to figure out who our third-place runner is, but it's Sean Bounty in the 24 truck. Hey, Sean, congratulations on your podium finish. How was your day out there? Oh, it looks like he left early.
I come into every single one of these races with no partners, no help anywhere. So it's always been a very unique, dramatic race for me, just to try to stay with the draft and stay with the lead pack somehow. Early on this race, I thought I might have had a partner to work with, but he found an old buddy, and I look in my mirror, and every time they come by, I know they're going to go around me, and I got to do everything I can to stay up where I can. So it was a tough race. Dodged quite a few wrecks going on, and just happy to come up here with all these great drivers leading this race for a while.
Well, you showed that you can do it out there without help. Good run. Hey, you have anybody you want to say hi to or thank?
Yeah, I got my parents listening. They're watching. Say hi to them. But yeah, look forward to coming back next week.
All right, congratulations there. So let's take a look at our finishing order. It's a little jumbled here due to some scoring errors, but Rod Romanus Sr. is our winner, and you heard it straight from his mouth. He's going to donate those winnings back to next week, so that'll be double the pot next week, guys. Make sure to be there Tuesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern. Congrats to Rod. Damon Gilbert, second.
Yeah, I've got the standings. So it was official standings. The first is the 39 of Rod. Second was the 68, as we know, of Damon. Third was the 24 of Sean. Fourth place was actually the 46 of Jason Handerdine. Fifth was the 55 of Roderick Norman. That was good for him to have a nice recovery. Sixth was the 25 of Kerry Cleaver. Seventh was the 73 of Jeremy Crandall. Eighth was the 00 of Bobby Craze. Ninth was the 84 of Kevin O'Brien, and the 10th was the 77 of Will Salisbury. So that's the official standings for the top 10.
Yep, great run by those guys. We had the big one. We had a lot of everything, cautions and some good green flag running. Quite a good race tonight. So 3 races to go. Next week is Talladega, so make sure to be there at All Pro Racing. Make sure to follow us on Twitch and Facebook for updates. But we're going to have double the money next week, so make sure to join us. Thanks, Andrew. Great race as usual, and look forward to the next one for sure.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me, Mike, and great working with you again. Thanks very much to Michael D'Amico and Michelangelo Painting from Arizona for putting this up. All Pro Racing, thank you very much, and I look forward to catching you guys shortly.
All right, and with that, we'll sign off, everyone. Thanks so much. We'll see you next week. Bye.